So we're getting ready to finish up our conference. I know you've had a great time being here. I have really enjoyed being your host for the last couple days and being here with you and talking to so many of you. So thank you for your participation. So now, what you've all been waiting for, our closing session this morning is sponsored by FutureWork and National Business Training. This year's dynamic speaker has been impacting lives from across the country with his powerful message of never give up. Through film, comedy, and dance, he has the opportunity to reach and inspire over 500,000 dreamers globally, all across the world. So his presentation is going to inspire you and push yourself, regardless of your previous doubt or previous failures. So get ready, because I think you're going to laugh. I think you might have to move a little. And I know you're going to have a great time. So here to take you back to your future, please welcome the speaker for the dreamer, Shaun Derik.
How's everyone doing? Come on, y'all. How's everyone doing? My name is Shaun Derik, speaker for the dreamer. I have like a whole lot of energy, but I have a short attention span, so I need to know if you guys want to have a good time or a great time. You want to have a great time? Say yeah. Y'all want to have a great time? Say, oh yeah? Okay, you don't know me yet. I don't know you yet, but I want to get to know you. Raise your hand if you love sports. Sports fan. Now watch this. Raise your hand if you're actually good at sports. Less hands, okay? Okay. Some of y'all lying. Okay, listen, what we're going to do right now is I want to get to know how competitive you are. I want to know how competitive you are, right? So we're going to play a game. It's real quick. On the count of three, I need everybody to stand up. 1, 2, 3, stand up. I want to see how competitive you are. Okay. All right, it's taking some of y'all longer than others. Some of y'all still getting up. All right, so the name of this game is called Order Up. What's the name of the game? I say, what's the name of the game? This is how you play Order Up. It's real simple. When I say Order Up, you're going to put your hands up like this. Order up, put your hands up like that. Yep. Order down, put your hands down. Order nose, touch your nose. Order lobes, grab your earlobes. Order bows, grab your elbows. Order up, order down, order nose, order lobes, order bows. Now it's like Simon Says, but way cooler. If you don't hear order, you don't move. Order up and down. You'd be out. Okay. All right, so this time, if you don't hear order and you move, you're out. You have a seat. You guys ready to play? Say yeah. See how competitive you are. Order up, order down. Order up, order down. Order nose, order lobes. Order up and down. Yeah, have a seat. How you doing? Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. I love to watch the first people get out like, I hate you. Keep it moving. Order down, order nose, order lobes, order bows, order up, order down. And up, what are we doing? What you, this is supposed to be a group of integrity. Somebody like, I didn't move. I mean, that's not even a pose. That's not even one of them. How about that? That's not even one of the poses. Order up, order down, order nose, order lobes, order up and down. Every time, every time, you, every time. Funny thing is, she got out, she didn't sit down, she just moved to the side. Like. And last but not least, here we go. And down. Yeah, caught 3 of y'all. Just sit down, just. Let's make some noise for the people still standing. Make some noise, make some noise, make some noise. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. Order, sit down. Order, sit down. My goodness, that was an elimination game. Elimination game. You know what the ultimate elimination game is? Life. Recent study, Medical Daily, said that 70% of Americans hate their job. Now, I could talk about the 70%, but I want to focus on the 30% because somebody's doing something right. I was trying to figure out, how does this work? Is it because they're getting paid more, getting special treatment? I want to define, so I'm going to talk about the 4 things we need to get back to have a successful future, right? That's what I want to talk about today. Now, you guys don't know me, so I want to tell you a little bit about myself. And anybody raised in the church? Like, okay. My church folks, okay, cool. Listen, if you hear anything that you love today, because usually they say, let the church say, but we're at a conference. I don't want to get in trouble because there are people of different persuasions here. So whenever you hear something, you're going to just say, all right. Everybody say, all right? If you're loving something, you just want to say, all right? So let the church say, okay, wonderful. So we're on the same page. Now, I was raised like real strict Christian, by the way. Like, I'm talking about used to get whooped in the name of Jesus. Anybody else here? Uh-huh. I see some of y'all. My mom was real shy. I'm not kidding. Right? We couldn't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Couldn't celebrate Halloween. Halloween was just a no-go. You know, you're not to celebrate the devil's birthday. I'm like, I don't know if that's his birthday, Mom. One year she let me, though. I should have been leery. One year she let me do it. She told me I had to dress up as one of the disciples, though, right? I was outside with my cane and robe, just. I was a disciple. You didn't hear it. What's your name? I'm Bartholomew Jenkins. That's who I. Yeah. That's how I was raised. I got a niece and nephew. I don't have any kids of my own yet, so my niece and nephew are the pride and joy in my life. And one of the coolest things about my job is I get to travel all over and talk to young people and adults about their dreams. Raise your hand if you have a dream in here, something you'd like to accomplish. Let me see them high. Hands down. Now, I love that you raise your hand because I do believe that dreams are something you grow into and not that something that you grow out of. And I'm talking to my niece and nephew right now, teaching them about the world. I feel like I'm the perfect person to teach them about the world because I get a chance to travel all over and meet people who are different from me, who speak different than I do, who have different interests, right? And sometimes it gets them a little discouraged because they don't get a chance to travel. And I tell them the same thing I'm about to tell you. You don't have to travel to see difference. There's difference in this room all over. Look at the diversity in this room. Something that's hardly, detectable and something that's very apparent. Here's one that's very clear. All my ladies in the house, make some noise. All my fellas in the house, make some noise. It don't matter where I go, all over, everyone's the same thing. All my ladies, all my fellas, nobody taught us how to do this. It's one of them rules. Nobody taught us how to do that, right? Here's another difference. I don't know if you knew this, ladies. You know fellas change their voice on the phone? Yeah, I'm serious. Any guy in here, as soon as a lady gets on the phone, he changes the voice. As soon as she answers, hello. Hey, baby, what's up? Now, I can't just mess with the fellas because, you know what, I have sisters, and ladies, you change some things about yourself, too. This is just for the fellas. Fellas, how long does it take us to get ready in the morning? 5 minutes? That's disgusting. Yeah. We're not going to take your answers anymore, sir. And I'm just want to know, ladies, how long did it take y'all to get ready in the morning? You know, I never knew what was going on in this bathroom, this laboratory, right? But I was always late for school. One day I had to investigate. I was sick of it, right? So I go over, yo, sis, what's going on, right? If you look in there, it's like a ceremony, right? She got everything color-coded and categorized. She's got this body spray perfume that she never really sprays on herself. She just sprays in the air and jumps into it. After 2 hours of meeting, she come out like, I woke up like this. I'm gonna know you didn't, know you? Speaking of the bathroom, we all take trips differently to the bathroom, don't we? Fellas, you gotta go to the bathroom. Who do you go with? No one, right? That was easy. I don't know why, but ladies, y'all gotta go to the bathroom. You take 15 of your closest friends. You. We're going to the bathroom. Come on, there's a whole line. We're going. There's some rules. Again, I didn't make these things up. Some didn't even have to tell us some of the rules, right? This is just for the fellas, right? Right now, fellas, we go in the bathroom right now. There are 3 urinals, guys. 3 urinals. How many urinals are there? Now, you see a gentleman all the way over to the left, okay? All the way over to the left, using the urinal. There's 2 open. He's on the left. Which one do you use? The one on the right. That's weird, right? Very simple, right? Same scenario. There are 3 urinals. There are 3 urinals. There's nobody in the bathroom. There are 3 urinals, right? Gentlemen, how many urinals are there? All right, now you go in there, and there's one guy all the way to the left, another guy all the way to the right. The one in the middle is open. Do you use it or do you wait? Nobody taught us that. We just do it. You go in the bathroom, there's somebody just using the center one. You're like, how are you going to take up 2 parking spaces? How are you going to do it? We got some funny differences about ourselves. I notice now there's a difference in how we dance. I was getting ready to take my niece and nephew to this birthday party, one that was beautiful. It was big. It was way more than I can afford. They were going to have not just cake and ice cream and decorations. They were going to have like pin the tail and donkey. It was going to be like a field day. They're going to have sack races in one of those big bouncy houses that you can rent. And they told me at this little kid's birthday party, they were going to have a dance floor. So I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited at this point. I'm like, okay, cool, right? So I look at my niece, right? She's 4. Look at my, you ready to go to the birthday party later on? She's like, yeah, birthday party. I go over to my nephew, right? And I love my nephew. I say, you ready to go to the birthday party? He said, no. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, they're gonna have a dance floor. I said, yeah, that's cool. What's wrong with that? He said, oh, I can't dance. I'm like, you're 6. What are you talking about, right? Everybody can dance. All dance is a self-expression. Everybody can dance. He said, Uncle, you don't understand. I can't dance. I said, well, show me what you got. My man said, it's okay. Maybe you can't dance. Maybe you... Uncle, can you teach me how to dance? It was the cutest thing in the world. I said, yeah, I'm excited. I was trying to figure out in my head, because, you know, they got all kinds of dances these days, you know. They got stuff that take us forever. By the time we learn it, they nail us out, right? I said, yeah, I'll show you how to dance. And what would you like? He said, can you teach me how to do the moonwalk? Any Michael Jackson fans out there? Oh, man. So I'm a proud uncle at this point. I said, yeah, I'll show you how to do the moonwalk. Real simple. What you're going to do is you're going to bend this leg like this. You're going to slide this one back. And all I want you to do is just push, okay? That's all you're going to do. He said, do it again? I said, cool, cool. You're going to bend this leg like this, slide it back, and all I want you to do is just push, right? I worked with this kid for 2 hours, y'all. After 2 hours, all he can get was one leg, just... But it was too late. We had to go to the party, right? So finally we get to the party. It was everything I just told you, right? They had the cake and ice cream, pin the tail on the donkey. They had the sack race, one of those big bouncy houses. Right in the middle of the entire birthday party, they had a what, y'all? Now I'm getting excited because I didn't work with this kid the entire time, right? And I worked with him. We're going to do all the Michael Jackson. We're going to kill him with the Michael Jackson moves. Who I should have been watching was my niece. I don't know who taught her how to dance, but it wasn't me. Now, this is a birthday party for 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, y'all. 4, 5, and 6-year-olds. A birthday party for who? They're all her 4-year-old friends pushing her up. She's like, I'm shy, I'm shy. Pushing her up. She's like, come on, Dan. I'm shy, I'm shy. Her name is Nye. Come on, Nye. They're all 4 years old. Come on. Music about to start. She's shy to the music. As soon as the music came on, she turned to a different person. I'm shy. Music came on. She was like, I was like, wait a minute. I looked around, this little 4-year-old girl's twerking. Everybody said, no. What made it so bad? It was a baby. She was crawling on the floor and twerking at the same time. Just... I try to get my nephew, get your sister. He's still in the corner trying to do that one moonwalk. What do you need? What's wrong? I almost got it. Nothing wrong with being different. In fact, this is what I love when I look on this room right now. Oh, difference is your superpower. What makes you different is what makes you absolutely acceptable in this world. And don't let anyone tell you different. If you're not careful, you'll spend the better part of your career trying to be like the person next to you. And that's where you're failing in. Because you'll never be just like that person. So here, let me tell you my story. What gives me credibility to be on this stage now. The music, you guys like music? I say, you guys like music? Now I need the people who love music. If you love music, say yeah. I love to talk about music because music's the one thing that connects us all, right? It's the one thing everyone can participate in. If you kind of know the beat, you can do it. Do me a favor, repeat that to me. Say, hey. Finish this musical sentence. Dun, 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 dun. And if you know the song, when you get excited, you hear something you know, you want to sing along. I've got sunshine. Let me hear it. When it's cold outside. What? Well, I guess you say, but when make me feel this way. What? Give yourselves a round of applause. That's what I'm talking about. Music. Let me tell you a story about how music actually saved my life. When I was young, I actually did so bad in school, teachers started to give up on me. Now, this part ain't a joke. I did so bad that the principal comes to my mother and said, we don't have the resources to help out your son. So they did this thing called a social move. It happens a lot in inner city schools. Social move is where they want to keep you in the same age group, right? So they push you on to the next grade, excuse your entire academic performance for the year, even though you didn't pass any classes. So when I was in 8th grade, I felt like I was in 7th. When I was in 9th grade, I felt like I was in 8th. I was always a beat behind everyone else. So around that time, I started believing all the negative things people were saying about me, that I wasn't intelligent, I wouldn't amount to much, I'd only be a class clown for the rest of my life. And here's the reason I'm telling you this, because I think that everybody in here has a song that's playing inside your head. It's telling you can do something, or it's trying to convince you that you can't do something. And at that time, I was believing the latter. Here's what changed it all for me. This is what we're going to talk about, the 4 things. I was in a music room. I had the lights off in the music room because I didn't want anyone to see who was playing. And I really wasn't good yet. But because I loved it so much, you couldn't tell me that back then. I played everything like it was the best thing in the world. I'm like 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, kill 'em. Don't let me like a girl, and I learned that song just... Bet you know where I'm going now. What? I'm playing all the songs I know, and this teacher walks in. Cool thing about him, he wasn't even my teacher. Mr. Fleming, music teacher. I didn't have music, didn't have choir. He comes in, he says, "What's your name?" I freaked out a little bit because all the other young people were outside playing. I said, I'm Shaun. I know I'm not. I didn't want to get in trouble. He said, No, you can sit there. Who taught you how to play? I said, me. He said, okay, cool. Do you read music? I said, no. He said, oh, you play by ear. I said, what's that mean? I said, you can play anything that you hear. I thought about it for a second. Yeah. He said, that's genius. My first compliment. He said, if you keep practicing, you'll be an amazing performer one day. The first thing I want to talk about today is acknowledgement. Everyone say acknowledgement. Sitting in acknowledgement. Now that I had someone who had an interest in my talent, I had to do this thing called practice. Raise your hand if you ever practice a musical instrument. Whew. Whew. If you were in my house, ooh, you hated me. Because my mom, she was very strict, and as soon as she found out that the music teacher had an interest in my talent, she made me practice. She said, sit down, son, because whatever you practice, you become more of. She would say things, my mom was like Yoda. She'd say things like, success doesn't happen on accident, it happens on purpose. Success doesn't happen on accident, it happens on... My very first song I learned was a very full song, was this one. Y'all remember that song? Ooh, I hated this song. Whatever you practice, you become more of. I'd have to sit down and say, Mom, why? She said, you see those people on TV that you respect and so much and you look up to? Yes. She said, how do you think they got there? I said, well, Mom, they got discovered. She said, well, how can you get discovered if something is not already going on in your life? You got to sit down, son, because whatever you practice, you become more of. So this is me in my house, and y'all gonna have to be patient with me because this is how I sounded. All right. Some of y'all like, he better be better than this. Y'all trying to help me out. I get done, right, go outside and play. She said, where you going? I said, I'm going outside and play. She said, well, how do you think you did? I said, Mom, I got through the whole song. I think I did good. She said, I got a question for you. You want to be good or you want to be great? And I'm like, come on, y'all. Listen. I want to be great. Sit down, son, because whatever you practice, you become more of. Success doesn't happen on accident, it happens on purpose. Success doesn't happen on accident, it happens on? I can't hear y'all. Success doesn't happen on accident, it happens on? And after a while, you play and you can jazz it up a little bit. Right? So I'm excited. She's like, that sounds really good. I'm like, cool. She said, you want to be really good or you want to be great? I'm like, I just want to go outside. Can we do that? Mom, I want to be great. Right? She said, all right, cool. Well, then whatever you practice, you become more. If success doesn't happen on accident, it happens on. Success doesn't happen on accident, it happens on. And you take it to church. Thank you. Now, I'm not going to say that all you have to do is, practice a musical instrument, but it was my very first time having confidence. And when you are confident, change the way that you walk, change the way that you talk, change the way you respond to people and approach people, because now you have something special about yourself. But it all started with acknowledgement. I'm going to do something right now, but I want you guys to do it with me, all right? Do me a favor and face a partner. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Face a partner. And real simple, if you can hear me clap once, twice, once, twice, 3 times. One of your partners, one of you guys is going to be A. A's, raise your hand. One of you guys is going to be A. Hand down. The other one's going to be B. B's, raise your hand. Okay. A's, raise your hand. B's, raise your hand. A, this is what I want you to ask B. When I say go, all I want you to say is, how are you doing? Now, wait a minute. When someone says, how are you, what do we usually say? That usually means mind your business. We ain't gonna do that today. A, you're gonna say, how you doing or how are you? B, this is your chance to connect with someone. All right? I want you to tell them how you're really doing. Because we don't have those conversations. We don't think people have time to listen to our stuff, but we do today. A, you're gonna ask a question. B, you're gonna talk, and A, you're gonna listen. You guys ready to play? Say I. Ready, set, and go. All right. All right, B's, raise your hand. Now, all right, this is the cool part now. B, now you get to ask A, how are you? And A, you know what to do. Y'all ready to play? Say I, and go. All right. Do me a favor, make some noise for your partners. Make some noise for your partner. Make some noise for you. We like to live on the surface. That's easy. Do something a little bit different that scares you, that's the hard part. Right? And so interesting because, by the way, this is changing some of your practices. This is going to be the hard thing. We already talked about the knowledge. That was the easy part. For someone seeing you, right, like actually seeing you, right, this is going to be harder. Let me tell you why. Anything that you do different, outside of what you're used to, right, we call those growing pains. Now, here's the thing. If you're not currently experiencing growing pains, it means that you probably aren't growing. So I want to talk about just shaking some things up in your life right now. By the way, I've been there. When I was younger, like I said, raised in a strict Christian household, we weren't allowed to go to other people's churches. That's the kind. I'm serious. Not at all. But my friend he would always try to take, come to this like, kids Bible study thing. We do this real good. He would tell me all the time, and I would tell him I can't go to, he said, well, that's silly. You can't go to, people's church. Oh, yeah. He would just come on a Wednesday night. You have Bible study on Thursday night. We have it on, just come on. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I talked to my sister. She said, well, listen, don't ask mom. She's going to say no. I said, why? She said, well, here's the thing. And we're young. She said, you go to other people's churches. There's a guy on the pulpit, right? He's going to put his hands on you, right? You're going to get infected, and you're going to fall out. Well, we didn't know that what she heard my mom say was affected. So she heard infected, right? Don't ask mom, right? So I didn't ask mom. I hung out. I go to this guy's church anyway. It's kind of cool, right? It was cool. Now she might have thought I was doing homework, right? So it was really cool too. I went to this church, real cool. They had like a junior choir. Everyone was jamming, right? But then right at the end, I had something called altar call. You know what that is? That's when most of y'all leave. He had altar call. And there was a young preacher, charismatic preacher. He said, all young people come forth. He raised his hand. I was like, uh-oh. They're about to get infected. Now, they knew I was a visitor because they take care of that in the beginning, don't they? Where you don't even say, what you do? Hey, how you doing, right? They push us up, right? Then finally, he starts to put his hands on people. Guess what, y'all? They falling out. I'm like, they getting infected, y'all. Finally, he gets to me. I'm sitting here trying to do something outside my comfort zone. I'm like, Mom was right. We're going to get infected, right? He gets to me. I do the only thing I know how to do. He raised his hand. I dodged. He tried to hit me. I said, nope. Tried to do it again. I said, nope. Finally, he made contact, but I wouldn't go down. No, we going to fight all. With this thing we talk about, we're going to get a little harder. I want to talk about a word that every time I say it, it gives me goosebumps. That word is belief. Everyone say belief? Say it again, say belief. That's one of the, before I go into belief, I want to talk about another word that I usually don't talk about. And the word is called convince. Everyone say convince? Now you notice that the first three letters of convince are C-O-N. What does that spell? Now I want to tell you about a story. If you heard this story before, please don't ruin it for your neighbor, right? Young lady, she had a troublesome childhood, right? She decides to go on to college. I'm going to study journalism. Right when she gets down to the news station, because she's always wanted to be a reporter, they say, I don't know how to tell you this, but you don't really have a face for TV. Everybody say convince? Say it again, say convince. They try to con her, tricking her, believing her face wasn't good enough for TV, but these are professionals. She almost believed them too. But she pushed. She's like, I know my own belief. Guess what? She gets this reporter job, guys. She's doing well, you know when you're doing well in your job, your sights are higher. She wants enough of the position. She goes in for anchor person. That's headline news. The first thing they say is, ooh, that's brand. That's a network brand. But I tell you what, we like you, and if you get a nose job, we'll consider you. Everybody say convince. Now they try to con her, tricking her, believing that her nose wasn't good enough, and guess what? These are professionals. She almost believed them too. But she had a belief inside of her is a little stronger, right? She pushed anyway, guess what? She gets anchor person. She's doing so well that now there's an opportunity for her to co-host a morning show. Guy comes over and said, oh my goodness, you'd be perfect. But here's the thing, we need you to lose about 20, 30 pounds. She said, what's wrong with it? Well, she said, no, I'm taking it personal, right? Camera adds 10 pounds, right? You're not our standard. So we need you to lose about 20, 30 pounds. Everyone say convince? Now they try to con her, tricking her, believing that her size wasn't good enough, and she almost believed them too. These are professionals, yeah? But she pushed anyway. She's like, I got a belief inside myself. I said, all right, cool, here we go. She gets it anyway. She actually gets the position. She does so well, co-hosting this morning show, that a producer from another network comes along and said, we would like to consider giving you your own show. She said, my own show? Yes, your own show. But here's the thing, we got one request. We need you to consider changing your name. Everybody think about your name for a second. First thing somebody comes along to do to take you outside of yourself is change who you are. Change your name. Why? Well, something nice like a Melanie or Tiffany, something that rolls off the tongue. I don't feel comfortable with that. Everyone's like convinced? You're not going to change your name? No. You're not going to change your nose? No. You're not going to change your weight? No. Well, then good luck getting your own show, Oprah. Belief is so important. Belief is who you are. And you decide that. Here's the thing, and you don't know who you are. When you don't know who you are, you take suggestions. I'm going to say it again. When you don't know who you are, you take suggestions. I want to play a game with you guys. The name of the game is called Mouse. It's very simple, mouse. Whenever I say mouse, you're going to say mouse right back to me. Mouse? Mouse? Except you say mouse louder than I said mouse. Mouse? Okay. Here's the second part of the game. I'm going to say not it. You're going to say not it. You're going to throw your hand up and say not it. You don't want to be the last one. Let's try it out. Not it. All right. You didn't even move. What she think this is? Stand up. Things have changed, hasn't it? What is your name?
Emily.
Emily, where are you from?
Edenton, North Carolina.
Edenton, North Carolina. Is Edenton in the house? Okay, 3 of y'all. It's a small place. Half the population here, huh? Do me a favor, tell me something cool about yourself.
Ooh, that's rough. there's just so many things to pick from.
That's right.
I guess I've moved a lot in my life.
Make some noise for it, make some noise for it, make some noise for it, make some... Mouse? Look how nervous y'all are. Mouse? 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 Not it. Brother, really? You're too cool to move, huh? Stand up, brother. No, you in trouble now. I don't know what to... He tried to connect with me, brother. No, don't hit the rock. No, we're not doing that here. No. What's up, brother? What's your name?
George.
George, where you from?
Hertford, North Carolina, next to Eatonton.
Okay.
I live in Raleigh now.
Okay, Raleigh. Okay, got it. Okay, tell me something you believe about yourself.
I believe that whatever I put my mind to, I can do it.
Come on, make some noise from y'all. Make some noise. We used to do this workshop with young people, about 200 young people in this large workshop, this mega workshop we called it. And we said, we're going to give you 5 minutes to write down all the things you like about yourself, all the things you believe about yourself, all the things that you wouldn't mind keeping the same, that you wouldn't change, things that you're thankful for and grateful for, right? About 2 minutes in, we start getting hands. People say, Mr. Derik, I'm done. I say, you done? Yeah, I'm done. Dude, I gave you 5 minutes. I know I'm done. You got 3 minutes left. You don't want to use it? No, I'm done. Now, if I will reverse that. I said, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to write down all the things you don't like about yourself. All things that you wish you could change about life. Guess what I would get invariably? Every single time hands would go up and people would say, I need more time. What's cool about yourself, what you believe about yourself, that's your business. The problem is we listen to everybody else around us, right? It took me the longest time to realize this because I started a business a long time ago. It made no sense that I'm doing what I'm doing right now because you listen to the haters. You know, no one ever tells you that when someone's talking about you, all it means is that you're worth talking about. Now, I want to talk about C for a second. We didn't win belief, acknowledgement, C. Let's talk about y'all's crowd, y'all's circle, y'all's clique. Raise your hand if you got some crazy friends in here. Raise your hand. Oh, if you didn't have your hand up, you're probably a crazy friend. Okay. It's okay. We're going to get there. Let me just tell you how our circles work. We can do, because I love to do everything with music. So let's see. Have this. Come on. You three, do not confuse simple with easy. Easy with simple. It might be simple, but it's not easy because you got to keep everybody else on beat. You guys have this. Come on. Make some noise. Y'all sounding beautiful. Y'all sounding beautiful. There's like 3 types of clappers out there, I've noticed. One clapper had to beat. The second clapper, right, could not believe they don't be like, don't touch me, I almost got it, don't touch me, right? Third kind of clapper had no spatial awareness. I'm sorry, he told me to clap. I'm sorry, he told me to. You guys know why it was so easy for you guys to stay on beat? Well, some of you. Because everyone around you was doing the same thing. My mom used to always tell me, show me your friends and I can show you your future. You've heard that before, maybe. Now, I had weird, strange friends growing up, and my friends, by the way, I thought they were the smartest kids on the block. So I'm going to introduce you to a couple of my friends, because I don't want to stay here too long. I'm going to introduce you to a couple of my friends, but I need you to know if we're family. If we're family, say we family? Okay, here we go, y'all. First one was Curtis. They would say, hi, Curtis. Curtis was 6'5", so he's really, really tall, but really, really smart. He was a smart one. Then we had another one. His name was Eric. Everybody say, hi, Eric. Eric was like the class clown. Well, his mom wasn't having it because we weren't getting good grades. Finally, she was going to do something about it, so we'd do homework at Eric's house all the time to make sure that we got our homework done because his mom was real strict. We'd sit at the kitchen table, and here's where our reward was. We'd be able to go in the basement and play video games at the end of it. So we're like, cool. Well, one day she comes down. She says, I'm going to run some errands. We got really excited because we know that means no adult supervision. So she comes down, she said, Eric, all right, here's the thing. I'm going to run some errands. I'll be back. Don't you get up from that table until you do your homework. You can play video games afterwards, but not before you do your homework. You know your responsibilities. Take out the dog and change the litter box after the cat. She leaves. She comes back 2 minutes later, y'all. He looks, Mom, what's going on? He said, well, I got to reiterate. Sometimes you're hard-headed, right? I don't want you to go down and play those video games till you finish your what? And you go, your responsibilities, change the, take the dog out, change the litter box after the cat. So she leaves. About 10 minutes later, Curtis, the smart one, he's got a brilliant idea. He's like, we should go ahead and play those video games. I'm like, nah. Miss Johnson's crazy. I don't know how she'll know, but she'll know. Let's just finish our homework, right? We're almost done. He said, I got to get her fixed. I can't do this no more. I said, all right. But he said, plus, she's running errands. She's not going to be back for a while. It's going to be cool. You know what? That's true. You're the smart one. Let's listen to you. So we go down to play. If you ever play video games in your life, you know you lose track of time, right? So we're playing, 5 minutes pass, look at the time, we're good. 10 minutes pass, we look at the time, good. 30 minutes pass. An hour passes. 2 hours pass, we don't even know until we hear the car door close. Miss Johnson's home. Now Curtis had another brilliant idea. He was like, okay, we should hide. I was like, what? If you ever been in Eric's basement, not a lot of things to hide behind. It wasn't my idea to go down there, so I got listen, I got the couch. I hid behind the couch. Right? Curtis hid behind this beanbag chair. Eric, it's his own house. You would have thought he would find something more interesting to hide behind. There was a tool chest about this high. He hid behind like this, y'all. She come in. Hello? He's like, don't say nothing. I'm like, cool. Come to the top of the steps. Anybody down there? Who we scared? He said, don't say nothing, cool. Then she come downstairs, y'all. Anyone down here? We ain't say nothing. I don't know how she knew. She came over right where I was hiding, y'all. She kicks the couch. I don't know what to do, so I go, Earth! She like word. I guess that's supposed to be the dog, right? She goes over to the beanbag chair where Curtis high. She go, he like, meow. Okay, cool. She goes over to the tool chest, y'all. Right where her own son's hiding, like this, right? She kicks the tool chest. Eric goes, tools. Another story, imagine a young lady, right? It's a young couple. See, these days, a lot of people work. Both people, husband and wife work. So there's not a lot of people who, where I come from, New York City, not a lot of people cook at home, right? So he finally comes home one day, he smells this dinner. It's cooking. Oh my goodness, it smells like Thanksgiving. It smells like Thanksgiving. Sure enough, it was Thanksgiving, guys. Looks down, he's got turkey laid out, the cranberry sauce. I'm getting hungry thinking about it. He's got the mashed potatoes, and everything's wonderful. He's like, he didn't even know his wife could cook, right? So he looks up, he's like, baby, this is delicious. Yes. He starts surveying, he looks around, and he noticed there's a half of a raw turkey sitting on the counter. He like, okay, which half am I eating, right? He said, baby, what's that? She said, oh, it's nothing. No, it is something. What is that? it's the half of the turkey. He said, baby, I know it's just us, but why didn't you just cook the whole thing? She said, that's ridiculous. He said, what do you mean? She said, well, everyone knows that turkey's made best this way. He said, that's ridiculous. She said, how does it taste? He said, it tastes great. There you have it. Who told you that? She said, my mom has always done this, and her mom before that. He enjoyed, because he's not a dumb man, he enjoyed the meal before he started an argument, but he could not sleep, y'all. So finally one day, the next day, he called up his mother-in-law. How you doing? Hey, how you doing, Miss Virginia? Hey, I got a question about the turkey. Oh, she made you the turkey. She did, but listen, she cut it in half. That's what she's supposed to do. I'm sorry, what? That's what you're supposed to do. Everybody knows the turkey is made best when you cut it in half. He said, that's ridiculous. She said, how did it taste? He said, it tastes wonderful. Well, there you are. There you have it. He had to get to the bottom of it because they said grandma's the one that said the recipe. So finally, you can't call grandma because she can't hear. You got to go over to the house. Knocks on the door. She comes to the door. One day she gets there. Hey, baby. Hey, Grandma. Now, he had one question. That's a 2-hour visit, though, right? Comes in. He spends some time. At the very end, he's like, okay, I got this one question. Charlene made the turkey. Oh, she made the turkey for you. Okay, that's good. I just got one question. Everyone keeps telling me that turkey's made best this way because you cut it in half. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I know you're hard to hear. Everyone said the turkey's made best way because you cut it in half. No, I heard what you said. That's ridiculous. Wait a minute. They told me that you cut the turkey in half because it tastes better. She said, no, I cut the turkey in half back then because I had a small oven. Whenever I hear anybody doubting themselves, I always ask the same question, who you been talking to? Who have you been talking to? The most dangerous sentence in any language is because we've always done it this way. If you don't love your life, don't you think you should do something different? If people are not around you affirming you and giving you confidence, don't you think you should hang with someone different? People called me crazy when I wanted to become a speaker. It didn't make any sense. It didn't have the grades to. You didn't have any scholarships. No one wanted to pull you into a college and have you speak to the kids. Do you know where you come from? Do you know who your parents were? Do you know who your cousins are and what neighborhood you grew up in? Let me explain something to you. Because now I love the word crazy. Call me crazy all I want. If someone calls you crazy, get excited. It doesn't mean that you're out of your mind. It only means that you're out of theirs. Last but not least, because I don't have a lot of time here, I want anybody to do me a favor and make the okay sign for me. Make it high so I can see it. Okay, got it? Wonderful. Do me a favor, take that right here, put it right on your chin. Right on your chin. Right on your chin. Sir, what is this? Right on your chin. Right on your chin. Right on your chin. I was very implicit with my instructions. Right on your chin. Can someone tell me what happened? What happened? What happened? Some of y'all still up here. You know what? I don't even... School wasn't the best. Because it doesn't matter what I say. It matters what I... Actions always speak louder than... My favorite quote is, let me explain something to you that I can't... Like who you are screams so loudly in my ears that I can't hear what you say. K is for karma. K is for karma. You have a string behind you don't even know. And it's a chance to change it right now. Now, I don't have a lot of time, so I want to sit down on the piano one last time. I might be a little over my time. Is that okay, Robin? I'm going to try to get out of here as quickly as possible. You guys having a good time still? Okay. Raise your hand if you ever lost anyone close to you. So, I was talking to Robin yesterday, and her son was here. I'm trying not to get too emotional. And I said, man, what a moment you had with your son. I said, that's special. And can't talk about this a lot because I won't be able to finish my speech, but I will say this. I was very close to my mom. And I was in Europe when I found out that she had stage 4 lung cancer. My mom was a fighter. I don't want to tell the story slow because it'll be really hard to get it out, so I'll have to speed through this. So I'm at the hospital, and let me just tell you what I remember about my mom, because that might help. The medication, the pain, all the stuff she endured in her final days, what I remembered most was my mom's smile. Because in that moment, it wasn't just about her. When she was jaundiced, she lost her color, she was swollen in areas, she had shrunken in other areas. She was worried about her baby. Our question is, how do you want to be remembered? Every time you leave the presence of someone else, you have a chance to change it all around. Most of our interactions with people are transactional, not transformational. My question to you is, what's all this for? Now, good news, because I was raised with music. Music was always the thing that changed my life, and I'll just have 2 more minutes here. I liked Music Soul Child. Anybody like Music Soul Child? Because I love what he was about, because he would sing, love, so many things I've got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how, because it's a possibility that you'd look at me differently, love. And how about John Legend fans? John Legend fans out there? John Legend? John be like, what would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. Got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. Why? 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Make some noise for John. That's my man. Make some noise for John. So, the reason why music was, it changed my life, not only in the beginning when I was acknowledged for having a talent that I didn't know I had, it's the one thing that keeps me going. And what I want to leave you guys with, and I wish I had more time, is I want you to search for yourself, search in yourself that one thing right now, for just a second. The reason that you're here, remember 70% of people hate their job. Life ain't about your job. It's so big, so much bigger. I met some people last night, okay, who had some fun, okay? Everyone's having a good time here. It wasn't just about this conference, it's about connecting with people. It's what life is about. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking. You have some dreams to accomplish. I think you should do those things, right? You want to build your family. I think you should do those things. And then there's some people here that don't believe I'm talking to them. You think it was cute, the music was cute, and he made me laugh a little bit. And, you know, I like his dreadlocks, and he's got a bow tie that's cute. But the reason, you might have heard this before, but I live this. You get inside a car right now, we know that, how everybody knows. Raise your hand if you drive in here. Okay, hands down. First thing they teach you when you drive is to check your mirrors, don't they? Put your seatbelt on, check your mirrors. But there's a reason why the windshield of a car is a lot bigger than a rear view mirror. Very simple, is because what's in front of you is so much more important than what's behind you. But if you're not careful, you live your life looking at the rear view mirror as if it's the windshield, and you will crash that car. I don't care who you were before you came in here. I just care who you're going to be from this moment on. Make sure that you believe. Make sure that you're brave enough to acknowledge the people around you. Make sure you get a handle on who's around you. You are the 5 people who are, and they're not firm, and you get rid of them. And last but not least, what you do matters is karma. How do you want to be remembered? My name is Shaun Derik. Thank you guys so much for letting me spend some time with you.